Firstly, I want to drop gratitude to my English teacher who sadly moved away from this school. He taught English and I'd say he is the best teacher that I've ever had in my whole life so far. He was someone who I could speak to so candidly, so like we could have real conversations about real topics. We could make jokes between each other. He would understand like my sarcasm, and yeah, he was just such a cool guy. So he would openly challenge my ideas. He would give me new perspectives, new ways to think. Now, the reason I bring him up is because a year ago we had a conversation about forgiveness and what our personal threshold for forgiveness is. And when he asked me this, I thought about it for a few seconds and I was like, I don't really feel that question makes sense. I disagree with the question. And I said that because when it comes to forgiveness, we only feel the necessity, or not the necessity, but the entire reason the concept of forgiveness exists is because we magnify or we increase the magnitude of our pain. We make it seem more painful, worse than it really is. When we experience pain as individuals, especially emotional pain, right, that comes from betrayal, that comes from people gossiping on us, that comes from losing a friend or losing a girlfriend, losing a wife even, losing a child. This is something that we magnify, right? Our minds create this whole story around the pain. It makes it seem like we are unique in our suffering, that we are alone, that no one else is going through this, that no one else is experiencing this pain as badly as we are. But that's just not true, right? It's not true because pain and suffering are universal. Everything experiences it. In a way, even inanimate objects, right? And in that sense, I guess you could say everything must go through turmoil. Everything must go through struggle, right? This is inevitable. With the tectonic plates, they have to smash into each other. They have to collide and scrape past each other. Earthquakes must happen. Volcanoes must erupt. Animals must die. Plants must die. These are not, like, pain is not something unique to us as humans or us as individuals. It exists everywhere. It's a part of life. It's as natural as birth and happiness and love. There is no nature without the positive and the negative, without the thesis and antithesis. I'm not sure if that's the right phrase, but you get my point. If you have birth, you must have death. If you have happiness, you must have sadness. If you have health, you must have sickness. With that in mind, when you experience suffering that comes from somebody else, right? When somebody shoves you, when somebody insults you, when somebody gets in your way and starts annoying you, whatever the case may be, when you are experiencing a type of pain from someone, firstly, 90% of the time, it's unintentional. They're not seeking your pain. They're not looking to do that to you. And secondly, even if it were intentional, the suffering and pain is mostly created in your mind, right? It's mostly your own brain that perpetuates your suffering, that says, oh no, this person's doing this to us or doing that to us. It's your own ego that tells you, oh my God, you're suffering so much right now. How can you bear this? How is this? Why do I have to go through this? Why does this person do this to me? These are the kinds of thoughts that create suffering and pain. It's not necessarily the situation itself. Once you come to recognize that everything is one, that pain is universal, that people act the way they act because of their experiences, right? That they don't do things to harm you specifically, but they do things because they believe it's right. They've been taught by their authority figures and their experiences that what they're doing is the right thing. Even if it's the incorrect choice, even if you know better, even if you know that what they're doing is wrong, in their mind, in one way or another, this is the right thing. They may be doing it out of fear, out of anxiety. This bad thing that is causing you pain. You have to recognize that it is not the other person's fault for being that way, that they're not looking for you to suffer. And once again, even if they are trying to make you suffer, that does not obligate you to suffer. That doesn't mean that you have to. So to answer the question, where is the point that you draw the line for forgiveness? I say there is no line. I say that the only reason that you should forgive someone is for their own mental health. It's so that the other person who did the bad thing can get over their negative emotions, so that they can get over their pain. But you as an individual who has the knowledge I gave you today, who understands that suffering is universal, who understands that people are the way they are because of the way that they were raised, not because they're trying to seek your pain. Now you know better. So from here on out, when bad things happen to you, when things annoy you, when things aggravate you, they get you riled up, when you want to just, when someone skips past you in line, when someone pushes you on accident and causes you to drop your food or your drink, whatever, instead of allowing that to get you emotional, to make you suffer, use that opportunity to see this person for who they are, to really understand and just think for a moment what might have led to this point, what might have led to them acting this way at this moment. Take that chance to act intentionally, to act with love, instead of being automatically on the defensive and feeling like, oh, no, I can't forgive you for this. You did this bad thing to me. It's like, that's going to be all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you agree with me, if you disagree with me. If you have any other videos you want me to cover, any other philosophical concepts you want me to study and talk about, then please leave that in the comments. And yeah, that's it. Have a good day, guys.